Afternoon guys, I hope we are all doing very well. As always, welcome back to another video. Today's midweek back. Now this is arguably my biggest session of the week. You could say legs or deadlifts could actually be my biggest session, but I think they are probably just the most anxiety filled sessions, because legs you need to be switched on for absolutely every single set and more. Deadlifts are just scary in itself. But midweek back's by far my most favourite session out of the week. I just enjoy hitting the back so much and being able to focus on that with all of my energy. So we're going to take you guys through this full back day, how you can build a big back, how you can build an overall back, an all-rounded back, because we have to take on board that it's not just about coming in and doing a pull down and a row. There is many other things that are involved within that, and hopefully you guys can take something from this. Hopefully you guys can gather a little bit of information to apply to your own workouts, and as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them down below. But regardless of that, the pre has most definitely kicked in, so let's just get after it. Rope pullover first to begin with. Reason being, I was wanting to actually jump onto the Nautilus pin loaded pull down, but the second that we went to jump on it, somebody took it, and I'm really not one for waiting an extra kind of 10-20 minutes on a machine. So we get warm here. By the time we're warm, we'll be ready to essentially work on that. A little bit of auto regulation as we come in straight away, which at the end of the day, it's not the most ideal thing on the planet, but when you're in a place like this, to be fair, when you're in a place like any gym nowadays that's got multiple different pieces of equipment that can hit the same part of your back or hit the same part of a body part, you can auto-regulate without any issues. You just have to not allow yourself to get into that attitude of, oh shit, that's been taken, now I need to wait, or now I can't do this or I can't do that. There's so many other things you can do, guys, so don't be afraid to auto-regulate a little bit, move on to something else, just get warm on it, and then by the time you're ready, the machine will be free. If you guys are struggling for time and you've potentially got single arm stuff programmed in, understand that that is going to take a little bit more time to actually progress, because you're going to have to do one side, take a little bit of a rest, do the other side, to be able to then run that consistently and of course progress. So trust me, you can still isolate the lat, you can still get a lat super short, you can still benefit from doing both at the same time over doing one side at a time. And I have quite a few people who are on quite a time frame whenever it does come to training. Therefore, programming single arm or single legged work is maybe not going to be the most efficient, especially if you've got quite a few other sets that have to be efficient from a rest perspective. Last and final warm up done, feels really good. I'm going to stack it today. I think I've been one off the stack the past couple of sessions, so I feel good enough to stack it, and then from here we'll move on to some barbell rows. Out of the gym shop and Nautilus pull downs, I found, since being able to use the Nautilus one in the dungeon, man, it's all over the gym shop one. So much nicer. Don't get me wrong, so much harder, but so much nicer. Now we can move to some big nasty barbell rows. It's been a while since I've touched 4 plates on the barbell row. That's one thing. That's definitely a jump from 3.5 to 4. But sometimes you've just got to unrack it, be aggressive and go, and that's what we had to be. So I'm still going to take a down set or 2. What I actually done last week was I rotated my wrists and done an underhand grip for my back off last week. Felt really good. Again guys, just to be targeting the back from all areas, all angles, really hard. Some things super slow, some things really aggressive. It's one of them things that I seen something the other day and it was totally true. You can use a bit of body language, you can use some, what you could say, sloppy reps, but if you're training hard, you're going to be getting so much more out of being super slow and training like a pussy. So just remember that guys, whenever you're in here training back, it's not always about jumping on a piece of equipment and being really slow and trying to really bias that stupid little bit of your back. Because trust me, if you can use a little bit of body language and you can speed your reps up ever so slightly, but you can train hard, you can train intense, you can train for real, your back will grow. And that's something that a lot of people need to really take on board these days, because the slow stuff, the easy squeezy stuff, it's got its place, but when you're trying to build a big back and you're trying to build a thick, dense rear double bicep shot, that stuff is not going to do it. It's not going to cut it. Whenever you're training your back, you are of course focusing on the width, but you're also focusing on bringing that thickness, because that is a very vital part of a rear double bicep, rear lat spread, rear relaxed shot. We cannot be forgetting about the hard shit, guys. I've been doing my barbell rows overhand, so I'm wrapping under first and back behind me. But whereas I'm going to change and I'm going to do an underhand grip, a lot of people do start to get muddled up with how they can strap up, because they might start to strap up the same way that they would here if you were doing an underhand, but trust me, that's just going to come really loose. Whereas when you do an underhand, you're going to wrap the opposite way. Okay, so I'm going to wrap over and back over. I'm also going to wrap it away from me, so I'm literally going to be stuck to this bar. So I'm always going to wrap and bring it away from me, and then once you do that, in which you would do obviously for an overhand as well, you're stuck to that bar. That is not coming loose. So that goes for anything with a neutral grip, an underhand grip. You can still use these very effectively.
Come on then.
Oh fuck. Okay. Another installment of auto-regulate your session with Kif. We were going to do a cable seated row, taken. We were going to do a chest supported single arm row, taken. So now we're going to do a dumbbell row because nobody does dumbbell rows and there's always one that will be free. So we'll hit maybe 2 sets of between 8 to 12 and then we'll go an all out working set, and that'll pretty much be us done for back. If we can get in that posing room, we'll go in and hit some back shots in the posing room today. Again, just to give you guys an insight into seeing how things are looking from the rear at around 13-14 months into off season, and then that'll be us done for another day. Posing done, session done, back, biceps, barbell rows, thickness, width, whatever on earth you want to class that session as. But it was another really good one today, more than happy with that. Again, touching 4 plates on barbell row was definitely a biggie for me. Again, one of them sets where I had to go in really confident because it was something that I hadn't done in a long period of time. Something that I knew maybe wasn't going to be the smoothest, but watching it back, I'm pleasantly surprised with it. I am happy with it. So again, it'll be a weight that I'll stick to for a couple of weeks now. Get a few more reps in it as well, whilst actually get tighter with it, because now I know how it feels. Hopefully you guys can take something from it. Like I said at the very start, if you've got any questions regarding my sessions, anything about what I went over in the session, never hesitate to drop it in the comment section below. Or again, obviously I am updating my Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide log pretty much every single day now. So if you guys have any questions regarding what I'm doing, where I'm at, literally anything at all, never hesitate to drop it on there either. But apart from that, guys, successful session done. We're heading home for some food now, but we'll just catch up with you all in the next video.